Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial by the Linesmith on how to mount lines to your Eleveight CS Autobar. It also works on other control systems by Eleveight, so just check out the video and you will manage to mount your lines. Now for this bar, you will have some parts which already come with the bar, which is this bungee line, your safety line. Then we have this ring, your safety ring, which connects the safety leash. Then we will have this ring with a bar, and you will have this small cap which holds this ring, and also you have a small loop made of 3mm Dyneema or 2mm Dyneema, something like that, that you will also have. This holds one of the front lines. Now let's get started by mounting the line system, and the line system always comes in 3 packets. So the first one is lower section 1A. This is the lower section for your front lines. Then there's an upper front, which is the Linesmith base upper front, and then you will have this package, which are going to be the rear lines, of course, and they will be connected to your bar with the sleeve side on the bar side on the leader lines of the bar, which are already connected to the bar. So let's get started and unpack the first package. It's going to be the lower section 1A, and let's get started with that one. Now, of course, do this outdoors and not indoors. Only if you have enough space, then you don't get the lines tangled. But otherwise, do it outdoors when you have enough space so you do not get your brand new lines tangled. Unroll the lines fully. And we are going to work with the 2 loops. They are the same length and the same diameter. So you can, doesn't matter which side you have up or down. Now, you will have this middle block, which is your feed distributor, and there are 3 holes in it. The middle one we are not going to use because that is for a 5th line. Now, we are going to work with the 2 outer ones. Just take one of the loops, make it as flat as possible, and stick it in from the top side. In general, I would recommend now, like that, so it's in. And then I would recommend the one in the front or closest to the trim line to have this loop on it, so it doesn't get caught in here with the bungee line, for the safety. So easiest way to have a look, is this the closest one to your clamp cleat, and if it is, then connect the loop to it. If it's not, then it's your safety line. So let's connect to this loop, this small loop. So this loop has a hole in it, slide it over the line, and then when you've done that, you will open the loop itself like this. There we go. And then when that's done, you will go into that hole. So like this. There we go. Now when that's done, it's locked. You just pull up on the line and it's connected. That's the first one. Now for the second one, which is slightly more complicated, we will also insert it from the top side again. Let's see if we are lucky, just like we were on the other one. We are. Now pull down on it, and now have a look where the opening is on this block, which is all the way on the back side of that mono block. So take the line for like 1 meter, and then you will insert it into that hole and just keep pushing it down slowly until you reach the quick release and come out the end of the quick release. So just keep pushing the line in, feeding it in until it comes out at the quick release side of the bar, which is right here. Now it came out, and then we are going to work with this loop and your safety line to go over the line. Then we are going to feed it in, and Then you pull it tight. Now, because this loop is so big, you could have done a double knot, but this would be perfectly fine. So let's go with this. Then to the other end, we will connect the safety ring and the safety line. Now you will have to go like this. Let's focus on my hand, and you will go over on the safety ring, or inside actually in the small loop. Then you put this black thing over, so it holds like that. And then you put this small cap slash ring, you put it in to one end. Then when you have done that, you will have to fold the line. Let's see if we can get that in focus. We can. So you're gonna fold this loop into the other hole, as you can see here. Then you get it like that, and then you push it over on both sides like that. Then you push it over, and then you pull down. I think this plastic is going to hold like that and prevents damage from this small cap like that. And then we are going to pull up on the line from the other side. Just keep pulling and feeding the line in, so you make sure actually your safety line works. Now this gets stuck a little bit. Let me just put some more force on it. There we go. So you can see it's connected there, and it's connected on the bottom side here. It looks like this. You can see here. So you have the ring first, then you have the cap, and then you have this small other ring with the bar in between to hold that. Now, when you think this is annoying and you want it to be semi-suicide, you can put it inside here. Then when you quick release is activated, it will work. Okay, that's just a tip. Now I'm just gonna take that out. And let's go and mount the next part of the lines. So now we're going to go 8 meters away from the bar, so to the other end of those front lines, and you will see the two lines like that. So it's the middle lines which you already connected. You just walk over there and then you take those two lines. Now we are going to mount to that the front lines. We're going to mount the upper front lines to that. So we are going to take the upper front packet, lines with upper front, and we are going to unroll them as well and then connect them to the front lines. Now those are a little bit longer, so you might want to walk away from the bar a little bit further, or you want to start at the ends here and then walk away from it. Doesn't matter again which side is up and which side is down. It's both the same in loops. Now you will find two more loops like that, and then we are going to connect them to the ones which are already connected to the bar. So you just take one of each. Now let me put two aside because maybe it gets messy. And then we are going to go with the line. We are going to go again, just like with all the other lines. We're going to go over and then feed the line in like that into the hole, and then just keep pulling until you reach the end of the line, or you just walk. Now, because I'm static and I'm just standing here, I have to do it like this, but otherwise it's easier and less messy, as I told you, to have space. Now that's done, and then when that's done, you will get a connection like this, which is a loop-to-loop connection. You just pull up, and this loop-to-loop connection will not fit through the front line distributor, that black part which you just saw and we're working with, where you feed it the line on top. So this functions as a stopper knot. So because of that knot here, when you when you eject with the quick release, the bar will stop after 8 meters. Very, very handy. Now, for the other one, we are going to do the same. And again, we're gonna go, this is the line coming from the bar. This is the line coming from the top. Go over, feed the line in, and then just keep pulling until you're done. And then again, you have this loop-to-loop connection. Now, you are done with your front lines. Just connect your pigtails to it, same as you already did. Go over, feed it in, and you're done with your front lines. Then we are going to mount the steering lines, and therefore we need to be with the bar again. So your front lines are done. Let me put this aside. Your front lines are done. All done. You can see that it's connecting well here. This loop-to-loop connection. This is one area to keep in mind and to make sure that it's looking fresh. And then you have here the other loop which is connected, and then the front lines, of course. So now we are going to connect the steering lines, which are going to be connected to your leader line. Of course, red to left and blue, in our case, to the right. So you have your rear line package. As mentioned before, you are going to mount the sleeve side to your leader line. So start with the sleeve side on the bar side, and then walk away from the bar while you untangle the lines, unroll the lines. All right, so I'm just gonna put them aside because I'm indoors and I'm definitely gonna get a mess with all the lines out. I'm just unrolling the lines. Now, blue, as mentioned, is going to go on the right. So I'm gonna go with the leader line this time. I'm gonna go over that leader line, and then I'm gonna go into that leader line with the line itself, and then just keep pulling up again. The same thing you did as before. And then just keep pulling up. Or you just take the line end, feed it in, and then you just keep walking until it locks. It's a much faster and cleaner way. So I still recommend to do this outdoors. All right, so when you have the line in, it's going to look like this. Let's see if we can get some focus on that. Yes, we can. So it's gonna look like that. Again, a loop-to-loop connection. And you will have to do the same with your rear lines, red, left. So now we are going to go over again. I did it super fast. So now you're gonna go over again, put the line in, and then just pull everything through. Now, when you are done with this bar, you don't have any adjustments. And that is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Now, you can also buy our special pigtail sets, which have adjustable front lines. And so you can make them a little bit shorter, so you can adjust the rear lines to become longer. That's one of the options. Now, I'm done with this bar. And well, you just have to connect the pigtails. You are done once you have connected everything, and you don't have any adjustability on this bar. So you might want to get a set of pigtails. After sometimes your backlines will become a little bit shorter, but there are always some options to adjust that. I hope you have enjoyed this video and that it was helpful and useful for you. And of course, enjoy your Linesmith lines. Now go out and have a nice session.